Hey, Lexi. I tracked down some samples of the Angar. I really wonder what would have happened if we hadn't found Aya. Been so generous. And honestly, I didn't need to be.
I'm certainly thankful they didn't gun us all down. After the Ket, I wouldn't blame them.
Now it's up to us not to betray that trust, I suppose. Pathfinder.
They let you pass the gates.
Huh. Can I shop here, or should I go elsewhere?
Well, you did rescue the Moshae. Have a look, see if there's anything you want. Here's why we're here.
Ryder, they've got amazing Remtech research going on here. Ryder, knowing the Angara were created, it blows my mind. The Jardaan did this. Developed a new species and evolved them to sentience.
It's an astounding feat.
Makes me wonder what happens if the Jardaan come back, you know? We're not the big kids on this block.
When I signed on to the initiative, I thought I'd be building museums, not enjoying alien culture.
Effa should have come to me.
Shh, Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
Relax. I was invited.
So it's true. Aya has opened its doors to outsiders.
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara, but one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
Whoever Axul was, he's dangerous now.
Pathfinder, Please help him.
I don't think he'll let me.
I can't let him go. Not yet.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
No more than I do. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How did the Jardan factor into the new alliance?
Between you and I, we all stumbled onto something much bigger than us. We'll have to be even more careful. If these Jardan ever show up, we need a plan.
A plan?
What happens when they find someone new on their turf? They were formidable enough to create an entire civilized species. Not someone I want as an enemy.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Can we talk when you're free? The Remnant City was incredible, but Meridian is an order of magnitude past even that. It will occupy us for decades.
I guess you better get started then, huh?
Believe me, I've already started investigations. It's astounding. You know, the discovery of the Angaran origins have made me think hard about creation. If the Jardan were capable of creating life, then what does that say about God?
You're wondering if he could be just a scientist?
What if our creator is just like the Jardan, advanced but mortal, fallible?
If you want to keep believing in a higher power who isn't just an advanced species, you'll find a way. You haven't had proof of a god before now. Why would this change that? Your faith will bridge the gaps.
Uh-huh. You're saying I'll find some way to convince or delude myself?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, you're right. That's what faith is. And I'm okay with that. I want to believe in something bigger than I am. So I will. Strangely, that makes me feel better about the whole thing.
Always good to see you.
After 4 years with Asari Commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. Any more Commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic protege. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing, crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
Any more Commando war stories?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good one.
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood. Maybe Helios flora is more edible now, with Meridian active.
Not again.
I've seen reports of floral mare stems in plants that didn't have them before. This could be it.
If you do try them, make sure it's not before a long shift this time. From Prodromos is repeating.
We need a closer look.
I hear that.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon.
What do I even do?
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical buildup in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
I mean Rokar. That's why I called you instead of raising the alarm. An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react? That's what the Rokar want. I'm nobody's fool.
EOS has been through enough. We'll put a stop to whatever this is.
I knew you would. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
Took a peek at the plans for the Padromos research labs. Shiny.
We came to explore and learn. That's who we are.
Really hope all those scientists will be safe out here.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
From our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
Cat signals detected ahead, Pathfinder.
Full
Looks like they found it drifting and brought it here.
I'm not able to extrapolate point of origin, Pathfinder.
But the Ark could be intact, like the Hyperion.
Let's hope so.
Way from the flock, little duck.
Little duck? Who is this?
Someone who's got work for you. Come to my nav point, if you think you're up for it.
What do you say, little duck?
That is not becoming a thing.
Because it is.
I guess you run out of names eventually. That's it.
Console activated. You'll need to stay in range. You should have what you need, Pathfinder.
We've got Ket.
How is it breaking through? We're at peak capacity.
I'm guessing that's the cat in charge.
BlackRock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. EOS still feels frontier. Claimed, but not tamed, we like to say.
The Kett just have to make their mark.
We'll clear the Kett off EOS for good.
Always wanted to toss a rock in these Kett turbine things.
Almost at BlackRock Tand.
Ryder, there is no doubt it's a Rokkar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Heads up. There might be Remnant in that site.
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Pathfinder, this area...
Bradley was right! Rokkar on site!
Monitoring. They'll hold some in reserve.
Understood.
Great shot!
Giving shield assist.
Clean shot.
Y'all, are we clear?
You're clear. Still reading Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
Be careful. I doubt this was about piracy.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
A Rokkar strategy, Ryder. The scout would have placed a beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, BlackRock was a Rokkar scout with a Holly beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
I'm not walking away. This is my house.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
Not like the first two.
promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
We use their beacon. They want a target? Let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go.
Hostiles ahead!
Sam, you have a location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axul waiting.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They bought it. Hold until they're on the ground.
Holding.
More dead. Resilience. Promise. Or like death and starvation.
Well, I know who's not leaving our next outpost.
Keep up the pressure.
is a decoy. Rally at these coordinates.
They're onto us. Where are they going?
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in.
Aksul's not going to be happy about that.
Promise, here we come.
Aksul! The Pathfinder is coming! Mother... Everyone prepare to defend!
Sounds like they're losing their support.
Bites the dust!
Reloading!
Someone help me!
Bolstering all shields!
Well, what do you know? The Outpost Research Center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
This tech is how we survive in Andromeda. Ingenuity on the ground.
Bolstering all shields!
Hey, sharpshooters! Quick and clean!
Pathfinder,
The Rokar attack is over.
we'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jal. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
I just want to say... I'm sorry. You're colonists. Explorers. We came here to live, not fight. This shouldn't have happened. And I'm sorry it got this far. I'm sorry.
So, when do we get back to work?
No apology asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder, Liam's looking for you.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
What will the Angara do now? And the Resistance?
Pathfinder, you have pending bid calls.
Jarl, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message.
Jarl Amadarav, you always were a short-sighted fool. Helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
Okay, this guy's really starting to piss me off.
He always was a Veshanon.
Vesha what?
Someone pleased with his own shit. We've never gotten along.
He's just jealous.
Of what?
You're the better man.
Well, I am better looking. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.
Glad you came by.
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.